First of all, I would like to tell you that I'm delighted that I am in Cyprus and I'm participating in this forum, and thank you, Apostolos, for the kind invitation. Today, I'm going to talk to you about safety culture, psychological safety, and diversity within the maritime sector. And before I start, I would like to connect, let's say, what Apostolos said at the beginning of the forum, and with the Seafarers Happiness Index that I had the opportunity to read yesterday through SAFETY4SEA email. And I would like to say that, you know, the findings and what Apostolos said earlier actually, you know, coincide with what I'm going to talk to you about today. And it is extremely important to be able to understand the needs and the well-being of our seafarers. Before I start, I will tell you, you know, everybody, you know, working ashore used to think that the problem of the seafarers was internet. So it is not, and, you know, it is evident from what I read yesterday. Yes, they are happier in this aspect, but in a wide array of other aspects are not happy. Actually, they are dissatisfied. So, yes, we heard them. We tried to have internet on board. And actually, I was on last Thursday, in a company doing a presentation where they installed on board their ships the Starlink system. So they have fast internet globally. But still, there are seafarers, and most of them, they were Greek officers, were not happy. And I'm talking about a very reputable, big Greek company having more than 50 vessels. So those things are alarming. Without further ado, let's talk a bit about safety culture. Okay, what is safety culture? Is something that is a group of activities, let's say, that a group has, and is something that, let's say, derives from the top management of the company, and we cannot expect our crew members to have safety culture on board our ships without us being committed to that. And talking about us, I'm talking about people working ashore, people supporting the vessels. So you will see from the slide, you know, safety culture is, you know, there are some things that have to be done. The most important from the list you're seeing now, to my mind, is, again, you know, the safety culture has to derive from above, from the principal or from the board of directors of a company, going down to the managers, to the fleet operators, to the operations managers, to the operator superintendents, then to the captain, and then gradually to the crew. And this is very, very important because, you know, saying beautiful words and, you know, making beautiful statements and giving beautiful presentation is a nice thing. The thing, though, the most important thing is for us to believe in what we say and how we implement what we say to our organizations. Psychological safety, again, this is something very important and something that we need to provide to our seafarers. You know, as we heard before, you know, artificial intelligence is here to assist us, is going to replace some, not manpower, but some procedures. Nevertheless, ships without people, at least now, 2024, cannot be. I don't know what's going to be in the future. Maybe in 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, I don't know, things will change. But now that we work, ships cannot go along without the manpower. So we have to support them. We have to have them psychologically safe. And we have to enhance to them safety culture and psychological safety and stability. It is very, very important. So, inclusion. You know, our business is a conservative business. I'm talking mainly about the Greek shipping community, but allow me to add the Cypriot, because we are, let's say, not the same, but approximately 90% the same. So yes, we are conservative, and you know, we follow in some things. We are pioneers in some things, but in other things we follow. I'm talking about shipping only. So inclusion is not only women coming to the industry, is also include people from other cultures, treat them equally as we have to do, and this is of paramount importance, and this is something that is changing to the betterment. It was not like that. I'm very sorry to say that, but when I started on board ships back in the 90s, it was not like that. So this is changing, and you know, inclusion on the other hand, as I told you before, it is good to talk about inclusion and diversification, etc. But again, good words, good, you know, nice statements. But actually, have you thought what implications this will have to your ship? For example, you need a locker, changing locker different than the one you have. So you have to create space for women to be able, let's say, to change their clothes from their boiler suit to the garments that they're going to have within the accommodation area. So those are practical issues. You have to take into account your stores to have certain equipment, certain things that women use that men do not use. So, you know, we have to be dedicated as an industry, as managers, as owners, and principals, in order to be able to implement what we all say to forums. I will not say how good diversification and inclusion is within our industry. I had the luck to work for 10 years for an American company based in Miami, where those things were there had been there since the early 90s, well implemented. And I'm telling you that the company was thriving, and the company is still thriving, making billions of dollars per year, having on board ships diversified crews, no matter nationality, religion, gender, whatever, and you know, and difficult ships as well. Not, you know, not only passenger ships, but I'm talking about tankers, I'm talking about LNGs, I'm talking about oil platforms, etc. So having seen that, and having seen the results of the company, I can assure you that diversification is a good thing. And this is not, I'm not saying this for the presentation or because I have to say it. I say that because it is true, and we have to develop. Nowadays, in Greece at least, there is an initiative for companies to start employing on board their ships female officers. Some companies have managed to have now 15% of their officers to be female, and they want to increase, and they're moving towards there. So anyway, I will not go through the bullets, etc. As I told you before, the summary of this is that inclusion and diversification, is, believe me, a very good thing, and I can see it also, you know, from companies around the world, from the shore-based personnel, and I'm not talking about women only, that the exchange of ideas, the exchange of cultures, the way that different nationalities think actually assists the company to have better decisions, to have to look at the problems and issues from different point of views, and to have better solutions at the end. So again, integration of safety and inclusivity, you know, the presentation is there, you know, too many bullets. I know it is a busy presentation, that's why I'm not sticking to that. I don't want to be bored, let's say, and the 12 minutes that Apostolos gave to me is just to summarize and just to point out and try to make you understand that all of those things are very important if they are implemented and if we don't remain only into the presentation. Being an insurer, working for an insurance company, I can assure you that human factor is the prevailing factor of accidents on board ships. I'm pretty much sure that all of you know that. And you cannot accuse crew members, let's say, of being stupid, sorry for my language, or ignorant or not well trained. They are well trained, and most of the companies try to train their crews. If you go to the root cause of each incident, from a mechanical malfunction failure to an accident, you will have to go through the state of mind of the people who actually operated this piece of machinery and the people that actually fell in the sea or whatever happened, or they were involved in a collision. So all these things need to be addressed. I'm happy to say that we have started addressing those things, but we need more, and we need to try harder, not our seafarers, but us first ashore. Thank you very much.